I have lost all of the empathy, compassion, understanding, desire for the male population. I'm
You know that when men take you on a date, when they pay, so far a man take you on a date and he pays, automatically it feels like, what do you have to give me in return? What do you have to do to me? And the money that I've spent to you this evening or this afternoon or this morning, when I come into my house, the next day should be in my house because I have spent money on you. Let me get the money back. Why do men do that? If you know that taking a woman on a date will result to smacks, just go get a smacks walker. Because if you want to be in a relationship with a woman, why would you think that taking her on a date on a dinner? Do you think she's hungry? Do you think she's hungry? You cannot afford food. So you think taking her on a dinner date automatically means that you've paid for smacks? Just go get a smacks walker.
okay. So last night I had a date in the city with this guy that I met 6 months ago at the bagel place that I used to go to when I worked in Springfield. Well, I hadn't been to the bagel place in such a long time. I decided to go up there the other day and ran into this particular guy. The guy, we got to shooting the breeze. The guy said, "Hey, I'm so glad I saw you because I promised myself the next time I saw you, I would get your number." Not a problem. We exchanged numbers. We chit-chatting on the phone, on FaceTime, on text message. He finally said, "Hey, look, we've been at this for a minute now. Let's link up." "Okay, what you got in mind?" He said, "Let's go to dinner." "Okay." So he sends me a calendar pin for a date for dinner for yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, he called me. He said, "Hey, you want me to scoop you up?" I said, "No, I'll meet you there because after dinner, I got some errands to take care of, and then I'm coming on home." Because we went to dinner at 4 o'clock in D.C. Okay. So we go to dinner. We're sitting there. We have a nice dinner. We have dessert. We have after dinner drinks. He orders a second dessert of something he wanted to try. Waiter comes, brings the check, sits it on the corner of the table next to him. He slides it over. He opens it up. He sees he looks at the check, takes his credit card out of his jacket pocket, puts it in the little thing they give, and he slides it back over. He then looks at me and said, "Hey, where you park at?" I said, "I parked in the garage right here." He said, "Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and take you to your car." He said, "So that way you can follow me back to my spot." "Excuse me?" I said, "Follow you where?" He said, "Back to my spot." "You are coming back to my spot, right?" I said, "No, because after I leave here, I got a couple errands to run and then I'm going on home." He looks me dead in my face and says, "Bet." He slides the thing back over, opens it up, takes his credit card out, and slides it back. Waiter comes. He said, "Can I go ahead and take this?" He said, "No, we got a problem." Now, the waiter sitting there confused was like, "A problem? Y'all ain't saying nothing." No. So he said, "She needs her own check." The waiter looks at me. I look at him. I give him a nod. He goes, "Okay." He go off. He come back with my check and my dinner dates check. I pull my wallet out my purse, pay for my check, put my credit card back in my wallet, put my wallet back in my purse, throw my purse on my shoulder. I look at my dinner date and say, "Hey, have a good night." And I walk my butt to the garage and I get in my car and come on home. Fast forward a couple hours, my phone rings. I answer the phone. I was like, "Hello." He said, "Oh, I'm surprised you answered for me." I said, "Sir, I pay for this phone. I don't need to duck and dodge nobody. I talk to who I want to talk to when I want to talk to them." Okay. He said, "Okay, cool." He said, "Well, listen, I just called to kind of give you some insight of what went wrong." I said, "Sir, I don't need your insight. I was raised by Joe Clark." I said, "And what you're not going to do is try to sit on a phone that I pay for and gaslight me into thinking that I was the reason why you didn't pay for my food. Here's the thing. What you need to understand, I don't need you to pay for my food. But what you have done is show me who you are. I'm not interested. Enjoy your life." Because one thing you need to know, Sam Clark's daughter is not for the fucking weak. Listen, fellas, find something new. Find something else to do because you think you're hurting a woman by inviting her to dinner, taking her out to dinner, and then think you're going to hold her punk tang hostage for the cost of a meal. Fuck to the no. Okay? Fuck to the no. Okay, let me say this. After my date on Friday, I have lost all of the empathy, compassion, understanding, desire for the male population. I'm serious. After my date on Friday, any little bit of those things I had left are now completely gone. It's just gone. Listen, do me a favor. If you are happily married, and I do mean happily, because as we found out this week on the internet, you might think you are until the internet catches your husband at a Coldplay concert, snuggled up with his mistress, shown on a big jumbotron for the world to see. So again, I say, if you are happily married, do me a favor. Roll over and kiss your spouse. Break them off with a little something. Tell them thank you. Because it's because of them that you're not part of this shit show we're calling dating in 2025. Okay. Okay, bye.
Taking a woman on a date or going on a date with a woman is for you guys to see each other. It's for you guys to put a face to the conversation, or you just see each other and okay, this is how you look, and have conversation. Look at how the person talks. There are a lot of things you need to observe when you're on a date with someone and see if there's the same energy, the vibe is vibing, and all of that. But why is it that these days these men feel like going taking you on a date is like a transaction for smacks? Like, okay, when I take you on a date, when am I gonna see you? When are you gonna come to my house? In fact, some of them feel like if they take you on a date and they do not split the bill with you, the next thing they tell you, oh, let's go to take some drinks. They're going to have some drinks so that you're going to get a little tipsy, and at the end of the day you're going to go to their place, or they're going to get a hotel room. Or some of them will tell you, okay, from here, where are we going? Should we go get a room? And all this is because they took you on a date and they paid for the date. And when during the conversation, the thing is that when you go on a date with a very useless guy like that, and you're having a conversation with them, during that conversation, you can tell that that is what he wants. And once he sees that you're like, oh no, I'm not following you to your house, I'm not going to your house, da 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 da, that is when it starts, changing the whole thing and tell you, okay, pay for your food, or pay for your drink, or pay for something. It's not gonna drop any money or pay for anything. And that's just sometimes when you think about something like that, you see like, okay, why are you actually going on a date with this man? Have you ever experienced something like that before? You went on a date with a guy, and in fact, immediately once you guys go to the hotel room and do something just because it got you dinner. Let's have conversation down in the comment section respectfully. As always, Sugar Mary Davis, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one, guys. Bye.